Hello, welcome back. Today we are going to look at Python literals, okay? The first chapter of Python programming. Before diving into that, we just look into the IDE of the PyCharm, okay? How we'll create a new folder. So first of all, what you'll do, go to the plus sign. You can see here, click on directory, name the directory name. For example, say project Python. Click on enter, okay? Once it is created, you can see it has created, okay? So you can see this is your Python tutorial. Under Python tutorial, I have created one more folder, that is project tutorial. For now we don't need this one. I'll just delete this one. Okay, so we have created one, that is Python tutorial. If you want some file under it, just click on new, then Python file. Okay, so what is the name of the file will be? The name of the file will be literals. Press enter. Okay, so you can see in Python literals.py. .py stands for Python, that is the extension of Python. Okay, so let's start with our topic, that is what is literal. Okay, just minimize this. What is literals? Okay, we'll go through the PDF whatever I have prepared for you. Okay, so you can see here I have prepared all the notes for you. If you want, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, what is Python literals? So Python literals are nothing but a fixed value that is directly written in the program. Okay, the value does not change, okay, during the execution. For examples, you can see this one is integer literal. Why integer? Because this one is int value. This one is floating point literal, that is decimal value. This one is string literal, and the last one is Boolean literal. Okay, so literals can be of many types. Fine. Secondly, where it is used. Okay, so you are wondering that we are learning literals, but where it is used actually. So it can be used to store data in variables. Okay, what is variable? We will see later on. Okay, variable is just like a container that will hold some values. Where it is used again? To perform calculations. For example, 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 will be your literals. Okay, fine. That will be your literals. 1 plus 2 will be your literal. Okay, 1 plus 2 will be your literals. Okay, now we have to display output. In order to display some output, we need some literals. Okay, this one can be used as literals. Now we have the last one is to represent fixed value in programs. Okay, for example, if you have any constant, for example, say pi, the pi value is 3.14. So 3.14 will be your fixed literal. Fine. So these are some of the uses of literals. Okay, now let's deep dive into our types of literals. Okay, first one is numeric. Numeric means, you know that numeric means literals that contains numbers. Okay, either it can be floating point number, decimal number, or say integer number. Second one is string literals. Anything that comes within the quotes, double quotes, is called string literals. Third one is Boolean literals. Boolean literals means either true or false, and the special literal is none. Okay, we'll see one by one in our programming language. Okay, first we'll talk with numeric literals. Okay, okay, numeric literal means, for example, say 1, 2, 3. These are the numeric literals. Okay, and so on. This is the integer literals. Secondly, we have say 5.4.5, comma 6.7. These are floating point literals. Okay, this is integer literal. This is floating point literal. Floating means decimal. Okay, and the third one is, okay, just ignore for this one, just ignore for now. Okay, and the third one is a string literal. String means anything within the quotes, double quotes. Okay, say hello, say, these are the string literals. Okay, these are the string literals. Last one is special literals, that is none. Okay, none. This is your special literal. Fine. So these all are the literals that can be used in our programming languages. Okay, it has some purpose. For example, if you hold some addition number, you can use the integer number. If you are working with floating number, you can use floating point literals. If you are working with string or text functions, you can use string literals. Okay, so now let's see how it works one by one. Okay, for example, here say a equal to 10. This is your string literals. Okay, b equal to say 20. So when we perform calculation, assume sum equal to a plus b. Okay, then print sum. Okay, now you can see this one is your single a literal, b literal, that is your integer literal. This one is your calculation literals, that is here operation is going on, it's still a literal. Okay, lastly we are just printing the sum. Okay, so when we run this program, you can see. Okay, so here you have a string literal a equal to 10, b equal to 20, sum equal to a plus b. Print sum 1. Okay, that means this one is your single literal. Single literal, here you can see the operations literal. That means some operation is going on. The sum operation is going on. Okay, so before you execute the file, make sure you select the current file. Okay, go to here, then current file, then execute. You can see this is your working here 30, that is 10 plus 20 is 30. Okay, this is your numeric integer literals. Now let's see on floating point literals. Okay, multi equal to a into b, then print multi. So this is your floating point literals. Okay, here you can see 5.5 floating points. Why? Because it is a decimal number. B equal to 3.6 is a decimal number. So here the calculation is going on, and it will store the calculation on mult. So we are printing mult. Okay, you can see execute the current file. You can see 30 19.8. 30 will be the first one, second will be this. Okay. This is a floating point number. Secondly, thirdly, let's see the string literals. Okay, say name equal to say Wilgex. Okay, then say country equal to India. Print name, print country. Okay, so now let's execute the code. You can see this is integer, this is your decimal, that is floating point literals. These two are your string literals. Okay, this is how it works. Okay, now let's see Boolean literals. Booleans are nothing but true and false. Okay, then when I write is raining equal to true. Okay, then true. Let's enter. Print is raining. Okay, when I execute, you can see the file. Okay, so now true. Why true? Because we have initialized is raining equal to true. This is your Boolean literals. Okay, so that's why we are getting true here. So these are the literals that I was talking about. Okay, so we'll see in the next class about the variables, operators, and so on. Thank you.